I'm Doria Fleischer, your Charles County Community Engagement Coordinator, and I am glad to be spending my day on the Explore Charles County Holiday Tour. Every December, this tour gives Charles County community members and people from all over the chance to come and see some of the great historical and cultural sites in Charles County. Come along as we see all that Charles County has to offer as we celebrate the winter season and beyond. For this stop on the holiday tour, we are at Smallwood State Park, and I'm joined by Rick and Debbie Sherrick of the Friends of Smallwood State Park. Rick and Debbie, thanks for being here with us today.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
So tell us a little bit about what Smallwood State Park is, why this ended up being a part of the holiday tour.
Well, first of all, General William Smallwood was a Revolutionary War hero and also the fourth governor of Maryland. But he was a lifetime Charles Countian. He was born here. He lived here for his entire life. But he and his family owned this entire property. And when he passed away, the property went into disarray, and it actually, even all through the 19th century, was just here. So I'll skip forward to 1934, I believe it was. A bunch of people got together and they formed the Smallwood Foundation. And they were able to repair the house. Finally, by the year 1958, everything was completed.
Rick, tell us, when people come on the holiday tour to your Colonial Christmas here at Smallwood State Park, what kinds of things can they see and do?
Okay, well, when they come here, first of all, they'll get a history lesson. Okay, they'll get a history lesson of Charles County during that time frame. They also can make wreaths. We have wreath making activities. We have candle making activities over here. Another very interesting part is the colonial cooking. We have cooking demonstrations. So that's the kind of thing that we do as part of the holiday tour. We try to open it up to the county and everybody. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for opening the doors to Smallwood State Park to us.
Okay.
I appreciate it, and I hope
You're
you
welcome.
have many guests for our holiday tour and
Thank
beyond. We are here at the Mattawoman Creek Art Center with Joanne Gilhooly, who's a member of the Artist Advisory Committee. Joanne, tell us about why the Mattawoman Creek Art Center is part of the holiday tour this year.
Well, we're the only nonprofit art gallery in Charles County, and so we have been included in the holiday
in the tour of all of these great places in Charles County. And tell us, when somebody comes to this part of the tour, when they come to the Mattawoman Creek Art Center, what can our visitors look forward to and expect?
Well, during November and December, we have the Holiday Art Market, which is essentially a arts and crafts show. And we have probably close to 20 artists who have created artwork that they are selling. The one thing that we do require is that it is something that they have made rather than something that has been purchased in a commercial setting.
It brings a great homemade touch to the feel of the show, yeah?
Yes, we feel like we have some really, truly arts and crafts that are handmade.
Well, I love that our Charles County community and beyond can come to the Mattawoman Creek Art Center and do their holiday shopping, supporting a local artist, and also celebrating the beautiful work that happens here. One of our stops on the holiday tour is the Mount Aventine House at Chapman State Park. This is John Anderson, who has a unique family tie to this house, as well as being a member of the board of the Friends of Chapman State Park. Yes?
That's right.
Thanks for talking with us today, John.
So my fifth grade uncle, Nathaniel Chapman, was the one that first established a home here. That home fell into ruins during the fourth generation, and my fourth great aunt and uncle moved up here. What we see, the western part of the house is the oldest. We think that was built somewhere around 1805, 1810. We think that was the office for the fishery here. The Chapman family made most of their money from fishing and ferrying. Then during the Civil War, my second great grandfather was actually stationed down in Norfolk, Virginia. And when he was down there, this home was actually occupied by General Hooker's troops on the Union side. So they used the rooftop as a spotting location for Confederate troop movements. And the war ended. He moved back with his family, and my great-grandfather was born here. He was the last of the owners. Sold it in 1915 and moved to Mattawoman Creek. So I only found out about this 2 years ago from a photo that my grandmother gave me.
Wow, so you found out this huge part of your family history.
Absolutely.
And tell us about some history that you've been able to pull from the house that you've learned about.
Most of the house now is decorated in the colonial, Victorian, and Georgian revival style, representative of that. But about, I guess, a month ago, I was working in the oldest part, because the original front door to the house is actually an internal door now.
Okay.
And I was taking some paint off of the windows, and digging through, I couldn't actually get to the window, but there was some soot behind it and a lot of dirt, and I pulled that skeleton key out, and it looked like it had fallen behind the door frame quite some years ago.
That's
So you
amazing.
can tell it's quite twisted. And I did try the lock, but I can tell that lock was put in sometime around the 1960s.
What a
So,
wonderful thing to
yeah.
find as kind of a family
Yeah.
piece of history that
Yeah.
showed up out of the blue. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. And so nice that this is part of the holiday tour today. What,
It is.
What about the tour matters to you to want to show off? Why would people want to come and see the Mount Aventine House today?
Well, I think, not too long ago, Southern Maryland was designated as a National Heritage Area, and to have places like Smallwood and Port Tobacco, and then us here, there's a lot of people in Charles County and throughout the DMV that do not know we're here. We're actually the third part of the Washington Triangle on the Potomac. So if you go to Mount Vernon or you go to Gunston Hall, you come here, this house is not only here to be saved, but to have it open for everyone to enjoy. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not embarrassed to say this is probably the best view in the DMV. So come out and the back porch, that's the wow moment.
Excellent. And what do you have going on in the house today for visitors?
So today we have a market set up in the garage, so a lot of vendors here in Charles County have come out to set that up. We have a craft area in the parlor room, and then we have refreshments out for everybody and tours of the house. So after this, I'll probably have more tours to give.
That's wonderful. John, thank you so much for talking with us
You're
and
very
sharing some of
welcome.
your family's history and opening your door to us today.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming out.
Whether it's in December for the Explore Charles County Holiday Tour or throughout the year when you just want to see some of the great historical and cultural sites in Charles County, we hope that you, your friends, and your neighbors will get out and see all that Charles County has to offer. For more information, visit explorecharlescounty.com. Take care, stay safe, and stay engaged.